because it's Supreme or because it's Playboy Cardi. That's just me, personally.
Yeah, I mean, and understand the same thing. There are some people who say, I would never personally put my money in the stock market or in a bank for the bank to make more money off of my money in the stock market because I'm not going to make the appropriate return. So I'm going to place my money in a different sort of investment vehicle. And it's the, you know what I mean? It's the same, to me, it's just not co-signed by my forefathers. You know what I mean? Supreme isn't co-signed by like Warren Buffett. But Warren Buffett does know the value of Supreme if it rises, and it's the same as the market.
It actually lost value since
Supreme?
it was sold.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
It's like these things don't matter. But let's get to the in the grand scheme of things.
All right, man. Don't be the nigga that missed out on the dollar bill when we were still bartering and trading. But guys, back again, man. Didn't tap in with you last week for your commentary, but this week I think we will. So let's go ahead and start off on a more serious note, man. We talked about the complex media list and the importance of keeping white people out the game. We gotta clean up the streets.
No, white people are welcome.
Bro, you were the main one. You was Vlad, Needle Drop, Rory, not even Maul. You was just like, get Rory up out
I never
here.
said that. I said Rory's cool.
You did. That's true. Vlad,
And
Needle Drop.
And I said
bootleg
bootleg Kev is official. Jeremy Hecht is official.
True.
For me, like it's
just Needle Drop.
It's notable white.
Vlad. Okay, so just the white people in the top 10. Get the white people out the top 10, man. We don't need that. And so here is what CEO Charlene had to say. What she said. Who is she? Ashley. Yes. What she said. I don't want to hear from you, white people, parentheses, white people. I don't care about your perspective on my culture when you do not have the lived experience to tap in. Listen to the music, but I don't want to hear your opinion because I feel like too many of them are explaining it for their side, almost like they are translators, and that's what I have a problem with. I get it. I don't like gentrification either. Don't come in my hood and try to take over my shit. If you do come to my hood, you're welcome, but walk gingerly and make no issue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with white people speaking on the culture. Like, Zane Lowe is another one.
Yeah.
Like, if you really deeply have a passion or care about the culture and you can speak about it eloquently and it doesn't feel exploitative, right? Then I'm all for it. But, excuse me, some of those people that you just named, it feels a little...
You know what I mean? You got to make sure you're spending dollars with the culture, though. White people.
Like, what are you really doing for the culture? And what have you done? You know what I'm saying?
What have you done for me lately? So, CEO Charlene, you're 100% right, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tapping in, CEO.
Yeah, look, keep commenting, man.
Is Jid overrated? He is not overrated. Not overrated. Next question. He's not overrated. But this album is, can't lie, it's great, but it's not better than the Never Story or Forever Story. I agree. He's not overrated. This project, ... Looks like Jid is not overrated. You got to tap back into that album.
Golden Boy Dev 105 says this. He's not overrated. This project just has subpar songs with good rapping. Other projects had great songs with great rapping from him.
Facts.
I think that's part of what we were saying. You know?
I think so. For me,
I know that's what I was saying. As far as like when I say, hey, he's really good at rapping.
Yeah.
You know, when I kind of like listen to the body of work, it just doesn't like resonate. He just kind of explained it in a different way.
So I agree with him. I'll say this project still had great rapping on it, just not great songs. So Jid is one of those guys. I think no matter what, his problem is that he is great at rapping to a certain extent. So it better songs next time. But somebody else later on in the comments said they give the project an 8.6 to an 8.9, which I agree in terms of quality, just not listenability. Is that? I mean, you know.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading something else.
Pop into that one. Make us laugh and smile.
So I'm reading the comments on the Young Thug.
Wait on that comment. Okay, so we got the thoughts on Complex. We got the JID. Look, guys. One person left a comment. I think it was on the Gunna album review. Boy, Playboy Cardi can out-rap Gunna. What are you on about? Nobody mentioned Playboy Cardi versus Gunna. So that's a weird comment, Cracker on God. For so many reasons, I'll just say they really on the same level. Playboy Cardi, Gunna, to me, their rap skills are supplementary. They're commensurate, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't have a conversation about who raps better between them two.
That would be a weird
conversation. I can't even have that conversation.
Who dresses better between Cardi and Gunna? Do you
quit? Who dresses better? I would say Gunna dresses better. I'm not really.
I could go there. Cardi's dress is more interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. So look, we talked about them giving Speed $600 million. Bruh said a very long comment. Looked at my profile, calls you mad, was the name of this commenter. Y'all clearly don't understand how numbers work. This is like saying that there's no way sports players make that much money. According to Google, the Philadelphia Eagles have 4 million fans. Philadelphia has 1.5 million people who live there. The Eagles Stadium could seat 70,000 people. Speed has easily 10 times the fans. Are you keeping up with these numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. His YouTube alone has 43.3 million subscribers. Speed has had over 1 million different people in one stream. That's 14 times the amount of a full Eagles Stadium, and each of them are watching advertisements unless they pay a subscription fee. I get it, bro. Speed has a large audience that he is able to monetize, or the platform he is on is able to monetize. I do agree he has a large audience. All I'm saying is Speed is a player on the field. Speed is a performer. The platform is generating the bulk of the revenue. The idea that he gets paid the bulk of advertising is absurd. So look, bro, if we were talking about fairness, and if we were talking about socialism, and we were talking about the employees controlling the means, yes, I would get what you're coming from. But we're talking about capitalism. Speed does not control the means of production, okay? The platform controls the means of production, and if they give that boy that wonderful salary, they're very nice guys.
Yeah, so that number, which was 600 million, that seemed to be very unrealistic, and that's kind of where the conversation started. For me, you know, what I was saying is that if that was possibly true, no matter what amount he's getting paid, it's a fraction of what the platforms are making, which
Facts.
is so. We're in agreement there.
And also, Speed is richer than me. So look, not hating on my man, he probably does make a great salary for himself and his family. Seems like a smart kid. He's gonna make more money.
But the more influential, or the more, you know, you can like everybody's deal is different, where when you split the revenue with the streaming platforms, some people get bigger percentages based on,
of course,
their, you know what I'm saying? That's just
I think so. This man, not to get too much into this conversation, a lot of times because we're gonna get into the Hot 97 thing in a bit, so a lot of times we start to overthink like how much leverage the performer has over the platform. And I'll just leave it at that for right now. Boop. Oh my God, bro, you had a major back and forth. So we put that Gunna clip out. They said, "Who the fuck is we?" Because I called it "Why We Didn't Like Gunna's Album." They said, Huncho Quan 60 said, "Who the fuck is we?" It went #1 on Apple Music in the first week, not even counting all the streams from every music streaming platform out there. Y'all reaching bland. I said, nope, the album is what needed some Lowry's. Maybe some Paprika too. Hit that follow though, gang. Then you followed up with, that means nothing. In 2025, when there are 150 million iPhones in circulation. Bro said, the real wavy tie, you're not too bright, fam. Delete that comment while you can. Did you race back and delete the comment?
I didn't even see that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
He got you, bro. He got you, bro. He called you out. He said, you're not that bright. You got to delete that comment. So hurry up.
And what I said is factual. It's probably actually more. So I don't understand that. But
all right, my man Jarman says, Huncho Quan, yeah, they not in the loop. Gotta be clickbaiting.
we not in the loop, bro.
Bro, why don't we have more to do with our lives than to just clickbait and troll niggas on the internet? What's going on with us?
Gotta get in the loop, man.
Gotta get it up. Well, you know what we also gotta get up? Our vocabulary. Because on that Cardi B clip, I said the word intentionality. Monica Leonardo says, Shorty's flopping. You say it's fire, but you didn't even buy it. How does she know what I bought? That's what I want to know. How does she know what I bought from my Apple Music? Anyway, she said Meg is better than Cardi. Didn't even know that was a discussion. Plus, intentionality is not a word.
Not a word, bro.
Monica Leonardo, thanks for the comment. The definition of intentionality is below. Look that shit up, then smash the follow, gang. Intentionality is the fact of being deliberate or purposive, stemming from the word purpose.
Right.
Okay. I had the purpose of doing that. I intended to do that. Philosophy, the quality of mental states that consists in their being directed towards some object or state of affairs. That is the definition of intentionality. Whew. All right. So now, gang, we get into your favorite comment.
You told on dude. That's the difference between his and mine. I didn't tell on Roscoe. I try to free Roscoe. But I'm saying Roscoe didn't shoot at the bus.
Yeah.
We be serving these niggas when they come to Atlanta. He ain't shoot at this bus. They ain't beefing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling the police.
Yeah.
Any street nigga in the world gonna understand that. Any street nigga in the world not finna say, oh, I read it, or I did what wrong. No nigga.
But what about the niggas who feel like you don't supposed to mention other niggas' name in front of the police though?
The police mentioned the names. I just gave them my stories.
Okay.
The police mentioned their name. I ain't bring no nigga name up in the interrogation. The police mentioned.
My favorite. It was just funny. So I mean, it just said gay men trying to protect the.
Yes.
That was just hilarious. It just caught me completely off guard, and
That was from,
I didn't know we Thaddeus Dennis. I didn't know that we came off
it's two gay men chatting.
I didn't realize that.
Because we say pause a lot, bro. So that's why I thought we was letting niggas know. Like, it wasn't like that. But Thaddeus Dennis figured, because it was the clip about us saying that Thug wasn't a snitch.
Yeah, right.
You were saying that all you heard him say was, I don't know.
Right.
And so Thaddeus Dennis concluded that we're gay men trying to protect Thug. The Chef 60 says
it's not okay to call people gay, man. We gotta chill,
bro.
As an insult.
Is it not okay? Because it's perfectly okay for people to be gay. So it's not even an insult. It's really just a definitive.
It's not an insult.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. As an insult, like
I don't think he was insulting us because it's not an insult.
So he really thought he really thinks we're gay.
Yeah, he was like, he looks at us as gay protectors of Thug. Like it's like gay superheroes almost.
Sure.
You got the Iceman. Iceman coming soon.
The Chef 60 says these ninjas don't even have the facts straight.
Damn.
Guess not.
Luis Martinez, though, he didn't tell Son is right. Anyone that did real time knows this.
And shout out to Luis Martinez, because I actually, I've actually talked to someone who's done a lot of time, over 10 years, And the feds in state prison never ratted.
Never told.
And I got their perspective on
Stayed
that.
down.
And they said the same thing.
I think Luis Martinez actually might be locked up right now due to no image on his graphic.
Hey, if you did real time, you know what it is.
And that's what we
And
all
most
know.
of 90% of the people on the internet commenting on the gun and thug situation have never been arrested, have never been in a position where they had to snitch, or they've never been in prison, right?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Because this last comment, I think that's where we should start at. Young Thug is a real 304. What the bro? So we dropped that clip last week, bro.
Yeah.
And I was certain that we would be on the right side of the internet. I was 100% positive that everybody was gonna say we watched the clip. Pee Wee Roscoe, bro, the nigga that he apparently snitched on revealed he didn't snitch on me.
And there's no paperwork saying that he did snitch. So, like,
bro, I'm gonna be real. Fuck the paperwork. The nigga, the human being who apparently should be upset that he was told on, has confirmed, after sitting in jail for 10 years, has confirmed, bro, did not tell on me.
people don't care about that.
What else could you care about, bro?
They care about the story.
What is the story, bro?
It's more entertaining for him to be a rat than for him not to be one. So Charlemagne always has that quote where he says, "People don't care about the truth when the lie is more entertaining." So like this whole frenzy, the rat campaign and narrative, and it's like, oh my God, not Thug. That's way more.
So you saying
than, oh nah, like he was solid. He didn't tell. He held it down. That's boring.
So the not thug is performative anyway. Not Thug. Like, oh, mercy me. Thug is telling, bruh. Thug didn't tell, bruh. Like, I don't even know what else to say because I only want to say that over and over again. The nigga didn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Bro.
I don't really.
So what is snitching? What is snitching, bro?
So, by definition, snitching would be you sit down and cooperate with law enforcement and give them information to implicate someone accused of a crime, right?
Yes. Right. And so now we find ourselves in an environment where people are like, yo, who cares if you snitch? What matters if you snitch? What like I'm sick of the streets being infested with this mentality that snitching is not cool. Like, I'm a civilian, I can snitch. Well, bro, I'm gonna be honest. If you involve yourself in any sort of enterprise which enriched you and others, and then you turn on those people, whether or not the enterprise was illegal, it doesn't matter. If you choose to now turn your back on that whole enterprise, you lack something in your character. You lack integrity. Because while things were going good, you were fully there, you were fully invested, you were fully involved, or you were choosing not to ask any questions. Now that everything is turned around, you humble. Do you believe that Young Thug was guilty of what he was on trial for?
No.
Okay, so let's start there. Young Thug, to me, I believe, was an innocent man on trial. Okay? So for me, that's the best place to start because that's where all this whole shit started at. Young Thug is a young man on trial. And I believe he was innocent.
Well, to answer your question about, should we get rid of this whole mentality, it's a...
Well, we going back and forth now.
Okay.
Because we moved, so... Okay, so you don't believe that Thug was innocent or guilty.
Right.
Okay? So we have a young man on trial who we believe to be innocent for crimes related to RICO charges. These crimes are related to him giving orders to sell drugs, him giving money to a criminal organization for the enrichment of that organization, him motivating killings and violence through his direct word. We don't even believe that happened, right? Okay, so now we're listening to tapes of Young Thug talking, and so people are saying that Young Thug is snitching on these tapes.
Right.
What did he tell?
He didn't tell anything. He didn't tell anything. So, I mean, I listened to the entire hour and 50 minutes, and I was reading the transcript. So, the thing that got him, that people in an uproar, is him telling the officers that, hey, I'll tell you anything you need to know, you know, just don't tell the world, or take my number.
Yeah.
And but through the duration of the entire interrogation, he didn't tell them anything.
Okay.
So
let's get into that.
Yeah.
So people see that, they get in their Lil Woody statement. If you talking it all in the interview, you snitching.
no, it's not true.
Literally doesn't make any sense.
That's not true at
It
all.
makes almost zero sense, bro.
You know, if you're someone that wants to appear to be compliant and appear that you're, you know, being helpful to them,
And
then,
upstanding.
then that'll actually help you in your situation and in how they're treating you.
Yes, sir, officer, is what you say in the police interview.
Yeah, like, it's like, yeah, you're like, oh, if y'all ask me something that I can't answer, then I'm not gonna answer it.
Yeah.
But we can have a conversation. That doesn't mean, oh, you told because you didn't have a lawyer there.
And so that's where a lot of people are starting this journey.
Yeah.
They see him in a room, they hear police in the room, and they hear words like "I promise," and they hear words like Roscoe Pee Wee. So they hear these words, but they're not listening to any context. So it's crazy when, like, so for me, I've been in the police interview from all angles. I've been in that bitch as the victim. I've been in the police interview as the I guess suspect or whatever. Then I've been in a police interview from the perspective of the state, working for the city of Atlanta with the city of Atlanta APD. And so I've seen police interviews. I've been a part of police interviews from every perspective. And I think what people think is it's like the movie. You go in there and you say lawyer and you don't say nothing else.
They really do, though. That's what they think.
You ask for a cigarette if you really hard. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. 90% of people get in that room and what they do is they start running their mouth quickly, full of lies. They're gonna say whatever they can think to say. And most of the time they're gonna go off of what the police just said. Oh yeah. And half the time they ain't implicating nobody.
Right.
They just giving some random false information that they made up right there on the spot that has nothing to do with a living soul. So, guys, tap in, bro. You heard him talking, but what did he tell?
What did he tell? Every time I have asked that question, no one can. They're like, "Well, nah, it's just the fact of that he wasn't supposed to say nothing." Like, no. What did he answer the question? What did he? Oh, he name dropped Roscoe. No, but what did he say about Roscoe?
They asked him about Roscoe Pee Wee. He repeated the name back. So these guys are really revealing they really ain't never did nothing in the street. They never have interacted with a policeman, period. Because, nigga, I don't even know if half these niggas have interacted with the school principal. Because you can know this just by sitting in the office. You're going to start running your mouth. It's going to happen. And just because you started talking, that don't mean you was telling, bro.
Right.
So that's where I'm starting it. Like, bro, y'all started. I'm starting with the fact that I don't believe the Young Thug is guilty. That's the first thing. And that's very important. Because if he is guilty, we treat him differently. But I don't believe he's guilty. And so then we get to the fact I think he's innocent, and I didn't hear him tell nothing. So right now he's clean as Listerine. He's a stand-up guy still. And so after all of that shit dropped, the whole campaign to kill Young Thug rolled out. I saw a tweet that was talking about, did you see the gay tweet? Like the dudes, what is this nigga? What does this shit say? I couldn't tell if this was real or not. Since y'all want to call me a snitch, let's just air it all out there. We all be taking mad dick in Atlanta. I'm talking all your fave rappers be taking it and they homeboys be giving it. Don't wear no skinnies around baby if you're not with it. Just saying. So nobody ever confirmed for me, was that a real tweet?
I don't think that's a real tweet. I saw that and I don't think that's a real tweet. So.
All right. I'm gonna hold on a step for a second. Your energy is very low, bro. You good?
Oh, you think so?
Nah, bro. It's very extremely low, bro. Like, you all right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're cool. All right, so first after the whole snitching shit, we get the gay tweet, right? So anybody who didn't believe that Thug was a snitch, now they're influenced. Well, maybe he is gay though. Then I started seeing all the other posts. My girl crashed my car because I was listening to Young Thug. Joe Biden sides against Young Thug, and it becomes just this whole media thing.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thing, right? So we have the interrogation that comes out, the call, the 2 hours that comes, that gets leaked. All of a sudden, 10 years later, because this is a shooting that happened in 2015.
Yeah.
So the question that few people are asking is why now, right? And so he, for all intents and purposes, is a free man.
Yeah.
Right? He's not in prison, and after going through extremely, maybe like the longest RICO case in the state of Georgia.
Yes.
And so, seemingly to be able to drop music and live his life and move on from the situation. Why is all of this coming out now is, to me, an attempt to just assassinate his character, right? And kill his reputation and brand.
Do you think it is, in addition to that, do you think it is a coincidence that it came out a couple weeks after Gunna's album dropped? And was it like doing crazy numbers? Do you think that's
or wasn't? Dude?
Wasn't. Do you think that's a coincidence as well, or just a blessing from God for Gunna? That his character, like his public persona, would be so like, because this has done a lot, not only to bring Thug down, but to bring Gunna back up.
I didn't think that, but it's quite possible.
It is possible, and so I'm just throwing. I don't have any inside information.
So because it's just like, so somebody got to tell me. Somebody got to tell me, like, where is this audio coming from? This has to be.
The audio has been readily available at all times. All you have to do is put in an open records request to the local jail. At all times. You can get the audio on any prison.
For the calls or the interrogation?
The calls.
For the calls.
And the interrogation, yeah.
It really? Okay, yeah. So that's the question I had.
You can literally just go ahead, go onto the Fulton County website, go to the open records tab, put in an open records request, and they'll get back to you very quickly. They might take a while.
Like, anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this. Yes, this is public record.
That's crazy. So okay, that's important to know, and because the word leak, it implies that this information was obtained
from an inside source,
in a way that wasn't just normal, right?
I mean, well, how else do you sensationalize it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I also understand the word leak, because it's just like, it's something we're getting that we weren't expecting, and we don't know where it came from, really, for the most part. But if you know the systems, you know how to get the information. And so so all the stuff leaked. So the question, who is releasing the tapes? Now, how they got it, we know. Who is releasing the tapes? I don't know who that. I don't know if it's Funny. I don't know if it's a member of Gunna's team. I don't know if it's a random internet trickster. But here's what we know. The tapes have come out. They could have come out months ago. They could have come out immediately as the trial ended. They could have come out at any point in time, but they come out now. And so won't speak too much towards that. But let's just look at this. So we got
They take they plea before Gunna.
No, he the first plea.
For real?
Gunna took the first. He know that. You know that.
I didn't know that.
Gunna took the first plea.
I thought them niggas already telling them.
No, Gunna took the. They had already told back in the day on crimes and shit that they was involved in and all that.
On the RICO?
Nah.
No, see, look.
The RICO came in 2022.
I'm thinking.
The RICO came March 9th, 2022, man.
What's the little dude?
May 9th.
From your hood that's
DK.
started, and who is another one too?
Slug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that them two already saying like just say Vincent, if me,
the Thug tapes.
Yeah.
The Thug tapes. And so
The never-ending Thug tapes.
these are the artists that I've kept track of being involved. Okay? We got 21 Savage. He's the co-star. He's the main star of the tapes. Lil Baby is mentioned numerous times. Funk, Young Thug's brother, is mentioned several times. QCP is mentioned. Kendrick Lamar, Baby King, Lil Durk, Future, Migos, Weezy, and Gucci Mane too. Bro, this is a star-studded cast of individuals that were mentioned on these tapes. Now, any main takeaways from the tapes?
Main takeaways. Main takeaways was obviously Thug was very hurt. He was really hurt by the situation. He used the word, hey, you know, he broke my heart.
That's what he said about his brother. Or he was talking about Gunna.
He said Gunna, yeah. He said,
okay.
yeah, you know, nigga broke my heart. So, and then it reminded me of like when you in jail and you have nothing to do but sit there and talk. Boy, will you sit there and talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a nigga, like, if you ever talk to somebody that's in jail, like, bruh, like, on the phone, it just, like, it just goes on and on, right? Unless they just need something real quick, and they just ask you, hey, can you do this? So,
y'all niggas have friends? Like, I'm confused. This is how me and my friends talk on the phone. I don't know what y'all niggas is doing on the phone. All right, did you get the suitcase from the store? Okay, gotcha. See you later. See you soon. Is that like, what are y'all niggas talking about? Y'all just doing straight up business, getting off the phone, no jokes, no laughter. Is that what you saying? You don't talk about nobody you know on the phone with other people you know on the phone.
you asking me?
I'm asking everybody. Because this is weird, because now y'all acting like the conversations he was having on the phone while he was laughing and joking with the homies was atypical from your very own conversations.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. At this point, it's very much, now that he's under a microscope, everything's being dissected and critiqued, you know, he just is scrutinized, you know what I'm saying?
Even you just said it, like, this is typical of somebody in jail. Bro, this is typical of niggas talking on the phone. Period.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, like, so he was going through
that nigga did that, so
he was going through a range of emotions. He was going through a range of emotions which were heightened based on the fact that he was incarcerated.
Bro, when I was listening to dude, you heard an emotional individual.
No,
you was hearing him and you was thinking to yourself, that's exactly how I would sound if I was locked up on day 500.
So
bro,
I heard him say, you know, I heard him sound upset and hurt. I heard him sound frustrated.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard, yeah. So
locked up,
these are a range of emotions, right?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I heard, you know, I heard him say, man, like you really just took a nigga life away or something like that in one of those calls, like,
yeah,
you know, that's, you know, so
okay, all right. With that being said, let's pop into this real quick, because for me, there was a certain point in the call where Thug, with 21, where Thug really broke down everything like niggas was talking about 2 years ago. Like, why is this snitching? How is this snitching? Why should you feel like it's snitching? And so I'm gonna try to.
But this what he did. He made, which they still gotta prove the shit though, which I don't think they gonna ever be able to prove because it's just not a game. He gave the jurors the agreement that it's a gang. He said YSL is a gang, and he know people in this on this trial who committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. That means you did it. You saying, you see what I'm saying? You don't know nobody on this case.
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a full blown lie. I know individuals
Right.
on this case that committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. Like you committed people
Yeah.
just so you can say slime big. Like that's real. That's what RICO
Yeah.
is. That's RICO. So if a nigga get found guilty on RICO, nigga, you really you got a nigga lights up, nigga.
Yeah.
And you are
Yeah, that's what I
black.
said.
You don't know nobody on the case. I ain't ever committed no crime. Duke ain't committed no crime. Yak ain't committed no crime. Them the only 3 people you know on this case. Ain't now one of them committed no crime. So who the fuck is you talking about? A month later. Definitely. But it's just like, see, what make me, it's what make me hard to be like, business and shit, cause you ain't in my shoes, so you don't be hearing like the conversation I have with my lawyer. Well, my lawyer just like, damn man, nigga fucked us over, bro. You know, just like real shit, just real conversations, bro. Real shit where it's like, damn, we got to really fight, but this shit a real fight just cause a nigga took a plea. Like this shit became a fight. This shit was not a fight. Nigga walking out of this shit without being touched. Only thing nigga finna do is a little time in the county. Punk ass year, conviction ain't that. Fuck that. Nigga untouchable. Man, nigga took them plea, man. Nigga lawyer went to talking totally different. Like, man, god damn, bro. You did that, nigga? Man, you tripping, guy out real.
So what Thug is basically saying right there is, guys, I would have been able to leave like a year and a half sooner if this lame ass nigga didn't goddamn open his mouth and start talking because he was a little too nervous. You know what I mean? Like, and real talk, what he did was really put the rest of my life in jeopardy because he couldn't just hold it down. Like, let's say maybe they all would have left the very next month if Gunna didn't open his mouth. Let's say that. And for the rest of that year and a half, Thug is now sitting there realizing, okay, they do now have enough to establish what they're trying to establish. If we look at the trajectory of the case from the get-go, we could see they didn't have everything that they needed.
Right.
We can tell that immediately. And now, as the case progressed, that started to become extremely evident. Jury selections taking 7-8 months. Then the trial itself, I mean, that was a shit show. Let's just be honest.
Right.
One of the chicks married a fucking defendant. Like, let's be for real. Shorty believing with her whole heart he's a part of a criminal organization, but she's getting impregnated and marrying this nigga. Let's be for real. So, but more than that, the trial just continued. And the more we continue to see Lil Woody take the stand time after time, we had to realize by that point, they don't have very much information. And so the most damning piece of information they have is a nigga directly connected with this saying, yes, they are a gang. Yes, I know personally that they have committed violent crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yeah, so that was one of the takeaways as well when he said, once Gunna took the initial plea, then everybody else followed suit after that, right? Like,
everybody else followed suit. There's no reason not to after honestly, if I'm Thug, I'm really looking at everybody like, yeah, y'all niggas lame as hell, but for real, it really don't matter what y'all did after he did what he did.
Yeah.
Because they only need one.
Right.
Like, everybody else lying is what they gonna say in court. Like, they lying. He telling the truth. He's been working out. Haven't y'all seen it? So, I'm gonna go back. I don't believe that Thug was guilty. Now we just have Young Thug saying, bruh, you took a plea that established a lot of what they need. Bitch-made behavior. For sure. Now we have my nigga saying, also, you actually lied, though. You actually don't know nobody that committed a crime, bruh. Because even I don't know nobody that committed a crime. So instead of standing on your own 10 toes for the nigga who held you down, you literally folded like a bitch, and then lied on top of that on my name. So what are the factors that everybody else is seeing that I'm missing out on? Because this is very upsetting to me to see an example set where we have this sort of character being promoted.
Well, so what we just described, nobody's focusing on that part of it, because that's something that has already been talked about, 2 years when it happened in regards to them snitching.
But this
Thug is boss man. Thug John got it, what they saying. Thug John got it. I'm not no John got it now. I'm a real man, man. Solid nigga. I build foundations. I help niggas. I'm not portraying no gangster, no none of that. It just so happened we just street niggas and we done stood on our business, so they label us gangsters. I don't push none of that. I push real man.
is the information we was all waiting for the whole time. Niggas like you, I'm gonna take you back to a year ago. He ain't snitch. We waiting on Thug.
Yeah.
Now the nigga has directly spoken, and these were his thoughts at the time where niggas was saying we waiting on Thug.
Yeah.
These are his actual thoughts.
Right.
While we was waiting on the boss to give us the go ahead. These are the thoughts.
Is he good or is he not good? Like, did you tell him to do it? How do you feel about it? That's a
no,
fact.
I did not tell him to do it. And to me, we're listening to private calls. So this isn't Thug being performative for this.
Right.
This is Thug saying, this what happened, this what I did, this what he did, he a lame.
Yeah, it's just being completely overshadowed by the whole rat thing, the whole rat narrative.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
That's like where you're like, hey, well, what am I missing? Like nobody's like focusing on this and like what was right or what was wrong, what was upstanding, what was solid, what wasn't. That's kind of like out the window right now. It's like more so just you know how the internet go. Like once it's a narrative, once it's a million blogs and a million people talking, this person, that person, it's the you miss some of the key takeaways or the real lessons that you can take away from it.
So what's really bothering me is I'm looking at a nigga who literally stood down 10 toes. He sat down. They came and got him. He sat down for the whole time. When I'm hearing him talking about it, he talking about it the way this little pussy ass 2 years in the county. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the rest of it though. He's standing down. He's holding it down like a real man should do. Discipline, integrity, honor, patience. These are the virtues that we supposed to teach young men, right? Accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability. Understanding that I did this for a trade-off for my family. My family is still enriched. So whether or not I did what they say, I did it for a purpose and a reason. I'm gonna stand down. I'm gonna sit down behind that, and I'm gonna stand on principle. Then we got another young man being uplifted because he couldn't take the pressure. He couldn't take the heat. And I will commend my boy because he came out of jail acting like a good boy is supposed to act after he just got out of timeout. Yeah, bro. You really supposed to be on good boy time now because you're told. It ain't nothing else you could do.
Yeah.
You can't go back to that street lifestyle, that street mentality. You can't go back to the honor and discipline and respect that will present to you. So you gotta go to the good boy vibes, which is cool. But my problem is that's an act 2 now. Just like you know what I mean? For me, when I see a nigga playing a part, every time you get on set, you an actor. Like, so how can we uplift a gunner over a young thug in this scenario as a community?
That's the motherfucking $1 million question. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. And that was another thing that was taken from this call was Gunna's lyrics on A Gift and a Curse were confirmed here as well, where he said, basically Gunna, I'm paraphrasing, said they tricked me. Right? The DA did some funny shit, they tricked me, something like that, right?
Bro.
And Doug is on here saying, okay, ain't no way they could trick you, but here, okay, let's go with that.
No trick, nigga.
You, in admitting that, said that you would actually go to my lawyer and recant that, and you never did.
Brian Steele said he couldn't get him back on the phone, bro. He couldn't get the nigga back. It's not like Brian Steele didn't call you back, bro. He called you. You ducking my mans.
Right, my nigga. I feel like he the type of nigga, he know I ain't really fucking with him. So he the type of nigga, he one of them niggas who probably, he gonna answer the phone, G y'all gonna hit him with that one, and then he ain't gonna never answer the phone no more. He one of them type nigga. Cause he done did little shit like try to go talk to Brian. He told Brian, man, I'm gonna come in here and write a statement. I don't know what him, I was tripping, somebody tricked me, woo, 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 woo. Then every time it be time to do it, he don't never answer the phone no more. You see what I'm saying? Brian like goddamn.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, on God, nigga. Ask him, ask Brian. Man, how long you been waiting on him? Since he took the plea. Brian been trying to talk to him, just man, what's going on? Do an interview with him, just in case you do want to get on the stand or something. Brian did an interview with you. Like, man, nigga, stop answering the phone when it's time to link up.
Man, what the hell? That shit crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, which is what, and another thing, I know I'm like all over the place, but like 21, you know, giving him the advice to choose the best possible outcome, you know, from a business perspective, right? And from a PR perspective. Well, you could, how can you potentially benefit from the situation from, you know, the music, co-signing what he did. It was a lot, you know, and Doug feeling like he couldn't do that because everybody had already taken sides, maybe prematurely, right? Dirk, Pluto, Baby, like all these people, like, no, he not good. So if, you know, Doug feeling as though if he did come out and say, nah, he good, like he's slapping them in the face. So
I mean, I get that part. You know, Thug was in a rock in a hard place. Truth of the matter is, bro, I get it, bro. I can totally commend 21 for trying to be the voice of reason, but at the same time, like, why are we trying to continue to work with this guy? Like, I mean, if he was writing Thug songs, I get it. Like, so if that's the case, but why are we continue to try to work with this guy, bro? Like,
that's
I
real.
don't really
That's
even
real.
understand. Like, you know, bro, we as men, bro, we really losing like a lot of integrity,
Values.
a lot of values behind the bag, and it's like, what does the bag even do for you? Like, I don't even at this point. Really, you can buy an extra hamburger. Like, what are you getting out of this? 21 is the same nigga who didn't want to go out into the city of London. He just wanted to play FIFA. So by getting this big bag, by working with people that we don't like, we don't care for, we don't support their morals, we don't support their views, what are we trading off for that?
Character, right? Morals. You know, so you know, something that you asked about earlier was like, you know, or mentioned was people saying that we should.
What does it say?
4K. One of the things that you was mentioned was like, hey, should we get rid of this mentality, like street moral? And I don't look at the things that we just described as street morals or street principles. These are what you know. These are just things that everyone should have, like, right? Integrity, accountability, loyalty, discipline, like, and so a conversation that has been brought to light was, how can you expect morality or a code of honor from a group of people that are inherently dishonorable? You know, and I'm paraphrasing. Like,
Who is the group of people that's
like, let's just use anyone. Like, that's like an organization.
So all people are inherently dishonorable?
No.
So what group are you
A group of people that are engaging in gang or criminal activity.
And so that's what people don't understand.
And there's, you know, like, they're like, hey, well, how can you expect like all of these redeemable, or you're not even redeemable, but positive traits, character traits to people that are doing allegedly the worst of things.
So what you have to understand, look, everybody, I'm glad y'all got a job, y'all got an employer, shit like that. That's good for you. That's fire. Everybody's not living that life. And so you may find the drug trade to be dishonorable, but it's actually just a trade. You sell hamburgers, you kill people too. Fuck out of here. Like, it's actually just a trade. The problem with the drug trade is the violence that the marketplace allows, right? That's the only difference between that and Walmart versus Target. Target's not gonna shoot Walmart for putting a Walmart on that corner. So the only issue that you don't celebrate in your own line of work, guys, is the violence that's perpetuated. And some of you guys do work for companies that perpetuate violence. But anyway, on the street, there's nothing wrong with creating a mentality around entrepreneurship, around effort, around sales, around ingenuity, finding a product and marketing that product to an audience and collecting the money. There's no issue with that whatsoever until we get to the violence associated. And so maybe people should break things down in their brain by thinking about them. Because what I'm seeing is people actually just are repeating some more shit like that they heard on a commercial. Drugs are bad. Sure. Hamburgers are bad. Pepperoni pizzas are bad. Pharmaceuticals are drugs. Like, let's really tap in. Violence is the issue. So what we actually have to do is come to young black men and say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because we heard Dame Dash on Breakfast Club. Them drug dealers can become Jay-Z. Remove the violence from the marketplace. Train the young man, instead of only selling drugs, also train him how to resolve issues through negotiation.
All right. Conflict resolution.
And so is that on?
Oh, my bad.
I know.
I don't know why the hell, like, this watch, like, I don't get notifications, like, when I get messages and emotions.
And so, let me go ahead and say this. Street culture is very similar to many other cultures. We could think about Japanese samurai culture. We could think about African warrior culture. We could think about Spartan culture. The values and characteristics that are trained in the street culture, like originally, the original street culture, when we take it back to
Community,
like
activism,
activism, where gangs started,
provide and protect,
with the breakfast programs for the kids, that morphing into Black Panthers being protective forces around different communities in different parts of America. That ultimately morphs into gang culture. Obviously, at that point, we bring in drugs. We start to sell drugs. Again, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. Since people do drugs, let's enrich ourselves too. Okay, you learn a business skill set. As long as there are people overseeing that enterprise to say, this is how you move, this is not how you move, these things will ultimately bring the whole enterprise down if you continue to allow them. Then we can move in a more harmless, safe, and protected way. But the issue is now that we have all of these guys in the streets, they're not moving through any code.
Right.
They're not moving through any sort of lesson plan. They're looking and emulating.
And it's I'm, again, I'm a spectator. I have no insight as to what's actively happening in the street, right? But from what I can pick up is the lack of uniformity, right? Vision, purpose, alignment, right? And it's kind of every man for himself. A lack of OGs instilling some of the morals and things that we just described. And that's, I think, when I hear the streets is dead, that's what I hear is a lack of code, ethics, the idea that you can participate and then enrich yourself and become successful is a fallacy. That's what I hear when I hear hey, you can just go in and be solid and do your thing and hustle and then and build a crew and you gonna be alright. No, that's not real anymore. It's what I hear when I hear.
Bro, that never was real. What you can do in all avenues and aspects of life is go and learn, place forth great effort and consistency, and win after failure. That's what you can do, because it's real life. And that's what you could do in any area or aspect or industry in the world, because you live here in America. You can do that. These are facts. So if you really want to become the top dope dealer, you can become very vigilant, you can become very observant, you can become very cautious, you can become very cutthroat, you can become very knowledgeable, you can become very connected, and you can win. But to become any one of those things takes a lot of things that a lot of people ain't willing to do. It's the same way you can safely become the head of a hedge fund that does illegal things behind, you're not getting anywhere if you're not doing things to cut corners and make a little bit more money than you should off of that transaction. Let's be for real. If you really want to keep it real with the kids, tell them that. You're gonna be average if you average.
Yes. However, the reason why it's being talked about so much, that philosophy or notion that we should get rid of the street mentality, and we can move on from there if you want, is that the music is 100% promoting that lifestyle and those ideals.
Of course.
And the influence is there. So I think that's why you have people like Kenny Burns and all these other people Charlamagne saying, hey, let's remove that from the music because it's extremely problematic. Not necessarily what we were referring to in terms of being a stand-up individual, being solid, having more principles and ethics. So
I think I'm so frustrated with that notion that these ideals will be removed from the music, because I've been wanting that for years and years and years, and so many people have. Yeah. For at least 30 years now.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's not going to happen.
It's too much money. Yeah, there's too much money involved in this.
People are not really willing to listen to the music when it doesn't have these ideals attached to it. I mean, we could keep playing at it, but this is what they're listening for. It's like taking a nigga to a scary movie with a teddy bear in it. That's not what they want to see. This is the genre. They go to a different genre for what you're talking about. It's where the rats need to go, the gospel genre. In rap, we talk about criminality and we pop shit. That's what you said, we pop shit. We talk about aspirational things through the lens of clothing and fashion and materialism.
Lifestyle, yeah.
We don't talk about philosophy and religion at a popular mass level.
Right.
Okay, and so let's get into some of
the problem. And that's the problem.
The problem is, bro, but look, where are you at in the problem? How are you a part of the problem?
I'm a part of the problem because I listen to it.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to the other shit. Like you gotta say that part too.
Well,
I
I'm not
don't
gonna say
want
that.
to
I'm not
listen
gonna say
to the
that.
other
I'm
shit.
not gonna say that because I just came across an artist from New Orleans, D1.
Oh my god!
I'm saying he's good.
I'm not even finna do this.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna hate on this nigga right now. D1 has been out for 10 years, bro.
But it's good. I'm saying I'm not opposed to listening to that.
You said that though. But yeah, I fuck with D1. I especially fuck with his message.
He's good. The song I heard was good.
So would you be into wrestling that's not like where they don't beat each other up too? Because at a certain point we gotta talk about what rap is.
But yeah, let's table that, because then it's like I feel like it'll just go on and on. Like, feel me? Because basically you're saying that rap has to inherently have like the negativity attached to it. And
okay, that's wild. That's why I wasn't even gonna do this, but I'm glad I did. Okay, so this a rap battle.
So any slander tonight, we not gonna see. No disrespect on these cameras, no, not on screen. That's what it's not gonna be. Because the only person that ever played Mr. Anderson, Keanu Reeves. One word, wealthy. That skin, healthy. I can't win. Help me. 1 sec. Selfie. Stealthy. More mysterious than an action star. Brother, don't sweat it. Tubi gave him his own movie deal before he made his own breakfast. Shit is coming on Netflix. Anderson Burris as Ethan Bond, Mission 007. He's a trendsetter. See, Drake knew who he was. When in Rome, they do as he does. The most interesting man in the world. The most interesting man in the world. He can travel the earth less than a day. You can't walk a mile in his shoes because he'll drive you the rest of the way. He's been giving Gandhi vibes most of his life. He walks into a Waffle House and nobody fights. I took him.
So did you pick up on what was going on just there?
Yes.
So you see what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, he's not really like dissing him, like type shit.
Oh, he's Mormon. Every paycheck gets made out to starving orphans. Goes on stage, gives a star performance, rocking Jordans with a blue streak like Martin Lawrence. All white fit, clockwork orange. Car is so dark and foreign that it got deported. I can't handle your drip. Feels like waterboarding. He's got so much extra sauce, I should charge him for it. That's why you look amazing. But that's because Jerry West is a scammer. But it's not what you expect. See, scammers drain your bank account until there's nothing left. But he's not like the rest. He'll take your money and invest. He will steal someone's identity just to get them out of debt. He began people out of all these vile situations. Stock market genius. He'll just buy it and be patient. Knows exactly when to sell. His timing is amazing. He can see a crash coming like Final Destination. I was behind on all my payments. I mean, I was seeing red numbers. On my third mortgage, then my leases went under. The bank took my house. That's when things had got tougher. They even had a lien against my car, like the G and Next cover. That's when Jerry.
It's a rap battle with compliments.
Right.
I never had even considered that, my nigga. I never that you could consider that you could be better at rapping than somebody by like complimenting them. Rhyming compliments about them. That's hard. That shows off whoever wins that battle. It's not about exposing something. It's literally about your lyrics that you use.
Right.
And so I found it interesting that we were just in that little back and forth. What you think about that?
I mean,
and you don't even fuck with. See, this the point, nigga. This the point, nigga. This the point. You don't even fuck with it, bro. You don't fuck with rap without niggas going hard at each other, bro. That's the point.
No, you talking about a battle.
That nigga said your car is so dark and bro.
They got deported. Yeah, that was hard.
Nigga, them niggas went crazy.
That was hard.
So, can you have rap without the?
You can have rap, but a rap battle that's like a little different.
You can have rap without the characters being the characters of rappers. Disrespectful, ego-driven, materialistic. You know what I mean?
Well, you could have. Yeah, I think it's possible.
Okay. Really, we leave it at that. Because just to go through the rest of this shit real quick, let's play a fun game. It's called Thug Tapes. All right. Was Gucci soft after jail?
No, what is soft? Like, I mean,
Because he started fucking with P, who he had originally dropped from the label because he found out P was a snitch.
yeah. See, allegedly.
No, P's definitely snitch. He held a nigga at gunpoint at the shoe store, at the mall, until the police came.
Yeah, I don't know that he's a snitch, right? So, and so is Gucci solid? I mean, or sorry, did Gucci go like turn soft? I don't even. No, I think he changed his life for the better. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say he went soft. He became a way better man, got healthy. You know what I'm saying? Built his family, he built his label. Feel me? He wasn't on no bullshit. Like, like.
Do you think Gucci should be mad at Thug now that Thug called him soft?
Should he be mad at him? I mean, like, you feel me? I can't really say. I can't.
What's up, bro? You good, bro?
Yeah.
You really like in limbo right now. What's up, man?
Nah, I'm straight. Like, I just, like, should Gucci be mad at Thug for saying that? I just, like, it's not a question that I could even, like.
Nick, if I called you, you heard me on the phone, niggas tied soft now. Like, what are you mad at it? Are you letting it go? Or you keep podding with me? You don't pod with me no more? Where we going with it?
I mean, if he heard it, I'm assuming he will probably have a problem with it.
Okay, if I heard you on the phone under that context, you called me soft, I wouldn't be fucked up about it. I would keep making money with you or doing whatever we're doing together. I would be like, oh, I'm soft? All right, cool. But Dirk acting different. I think we gotta get to, you seem like off the topic, bro. You like
No. So you're at what are you asking me specifically about that?
I guess I'm asking you like, okay, so I don't really know no more. We have talked about this for a long time. Let's move off of that. So one thing we definitely got to talk about, the Thug bought Gunna #1. So that thing.
Yeah. He bought him a #1, DS Forever.
DS Forever.
So
P Power on there, I think. That's the one with P, pushing P.
Pushing P.
Yeah.
South to West.
Yeah.
A lot of people, well, some people think that's his best album, actually.
Thug? Or, wait, Gunna?
25,000 for a Jacket was on there.
Yeah.
Well, Gunna. Some people think that's Gunna's best album, DS
I
Forever.
think at that time, my girl at that time was listening to that. It was like a song about the bank. I don't fuck with Gunna. The album was trash to me. I don't know.
Yeah, some people, it was solid. Some people say that's his best work. But that, confirms what we've all known. What we've all known about people buying streams, right? And, so this is just like, you got one of the biggest artists in the game that's, literally saying, like, yo, we got the plug, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, run it.
Yeah. It's
50,000.
50,000, man. I'm gonna just hate. I'm gonna hate her. At this point, bro, I will hope that y'all know y'all don't like nothing at this point. It's not something you like. It's something they fed you over and over and over. Like at a certain point, it becomes like, okay, can I be active with what's happening to me here? Or if I become active, will I hate myself for that? Look, guys, they fed it to you over and over again. You started to like it. Like, what if people found that out about themselves? Like, I'm just somebody who likes what they told me to like.
Yeah, I mean, you said that. You posed that. You said that before, and
Because it's what it is, bro. Like, at a certain point, it's like, bro, can we stop?
I would say that most people would be okay with that because I
Then why don't they just admit it at this point now that it's become very, very clear?
because of ego. Because of pride, most people would, I would say.
So then they won't admit it.
Want
That's
to
what I'm saying.
consider, want to consider themselves to be free thinkers and to be and people that are making decisions that they want to make because they want to make them.
Why they want to be considered free thinkers? Didn't they ridicule Ye for that? Ain't that ridiculous to be a free thinker?
That's no.
Ye is a free thinker.
They
actually.
ridiculed him for
saying he's a free
making
thinker.
ignorant, not for saying he's a free thinker, for the shit he was saying.
But you gotta tap in with what you saying. They pretending like free thinkers. They ridiculing for him for the things he says, which is actually free thought. They're pretending to be free thinkers because they actually are saying things that they're fed. He's saying things that they don't say. That's real free thought. That's what he's explaining to niggas. Like, yo, your shit is controlled. Like, the things you choose to do is controlled heavily.
Yeah,
and
some
you're
of
told to do
the
it.
things that he said lacked the thought. But this is not about Kanye.
A week ago, bruh, nobody had a problem with Young Thug. They controlled the thought so tightly that within 1 week, we all disliked the nigga.
That's crazy.
It's not free thought. None of you niggas is free thinkers. You doing what you told to do. The street niggas involved too. It's a real street nigga saying if you open your mouth to talk to the police, that's snitching. Nigga, you've been in jail or locked up many times. You know that's not true.
So that speaks to the power of media. Like, this is, that's,
Does it speak to the powerlessness of individuals within their own autonomy to think freely and say, yo,
yes,
I don't go, like,
yeah,
I know you're telling me to go somewhere mentally, I'm not going.
it does.
Was it in the COVID shots? What did they do? What did they do it with? Because I must be the only one who is not infected, me and Ye. So, like,
No, what I'll say is
the nigga bought the nigga albums.
It's the most, yeah,
He bought the sales.
right. So that's because, okay, let's tie it all together.
So if I bought the sales, then you would think my shit was hot.
So let's tie it all together. So you buy the sales to get number one. You buy the sales because a number one album has the perception that this is good, you should listen to it.
That's facts.
So let's tie it to the media aspect. Okay, the media is the most powerful tool to control people
Yes,
that we have, right?
of course.
From going back from newspapers to propaganda,
Radio,
social media,
yeah,
right? Like
everything.
You know what I'm saying? So
Writings on the wall.
that's why everything that we're seeing right now, this whole, like you just said, in an instant,
Media, bro.
this guy that we or people in hip hop consider to be a real one, like a stand up guy, you know what I mean? Like it. Now all of a sudden he's just not that.
Bro, this is genuinely weird when you consider they did this with Drake also. This is genuinely weird. Weird when you consider they did this with Drake also. This is genuinely weird.
I'm saying, like,
So
who did this? Who got it out for Thug, man? I'm sorry. Who got it out for Thug? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Who got a crush on Gunna?
I don't want to sit here and act like I'm caping or I'm defending him, but we just really got to look at this whole thing in its entirety.
we heard the statement 2 weeks ago, Gunna is the Atlanta Kendrick.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a ridiculous statement. We heard a nigga who would never like a Gunna album ever in his life say that nobody can fuck with this nigga Gunna. How, like, bro, am I crazy to say right now that bruh is part of the propaganda? That they directly came to him and paid him a bag to say this? Am I crazy to say that?
No,
because at this point, we got Thug falling off within a week. We got Drake falling off within a year. And we got Gunna replacing Kendrick. We got Gunna being nothing like Kendrick. And now Gunna is the Atlanta Kendrick.
So you gotta question everything. You gotta question everything, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta really use your own brain and your own thought process to come to conclusions. Not just, oh, I saw this 20 times on my Instagram feed, so it must be true. Right? It's critical thinking, analytical, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so what's the movie? Zombie monsters?
Oh, I never saw it.
Your daughters haven't seen the zombie movie with the...
You talking about the K-pop thing?
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah, that
No, we haven't watched that.
Bro, what it is bro, so every... Niggas gotta tap in, bro. The whole movie is about how... To reality. To how the messaging works. The whole movie is about how little girls hate little boys. Get super tapped in. The whole movie is about how these little girls who saved the world are trying to get rid of this boy band of demons. Mm-hmm. The boy band is demons.
Okay.
And now all the little girls in the world love this movie.
Right. I know. It's crazy. It's Netflix's biggest joint ever.
Get super tapped in, bro. Because I
haven't watched it yet because I feel anything that gets so incredibly popular and just has people like takes the world by storm, I'm very cautious.
Chokehold.
I'm very cautious as to what is like psychologically driving people to this.
So you ain't even look up what the movie's about?
I had a couple people tell me like, da.
It's literally about little girls saving the world by taking out the little boys. Shit's crazy, bro. Which I understand the representation of that and how that's a easy fairy tale. But when I was a little kid, the fairy tale was the prince saved the princess. That's what I saw when I was a little kid. The prince saved the princess in every damn story. The princess was a very good person. She helped the family in every fucking story. The story was never about how the princess killed motherfuckers. So, since I'm dating out here on the dating market right now, and I'm dating the grown-up version of this little ass girl, I see what the fuck is happening. I see for a fact that the divide, they're actually trying to push that motherfucker even wider.
You know, which is what Thug said most recent tweet was like, hey, just bashing me is gonna hurt the rap community more. I'm true to the game or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Like if you tear down a real one and a solid one and you make it to, you know, where the perception, the consensus is that he's not that, then nobody will be that.
No, bro, and that's what it is, bro. That's what they want, bro. They are bro. I know you're not gonna really like fuck with this statement. They turning niggas into hoes. I know niggas don't like that, but here's the thing, bro.
Well, you gotta like. What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that? So you know I go on the belt line, I sell or whatever. Other people have started to do this as well in the same general vicinity as me, right? The other day we're out there. It's pretty respectful. This guy or three guys walk by on a horse. Three guys come by on their horses or whatever. One of the horse takes a huge shit in front of like our stuff. And so it's about 15 guys out there. I'm at my table by myself or whatever. Initially I chuckled. Then one of the guys said, yo, who gonna clean that up? I immediately stopped chuckling. I go up to the gentleman on the horse. They're walking up the path. Like, yo, big dog, you gotta come over here and clean your horse shit up. No, I'm gonna handle that in a second. No, big dog, you gotta get down up off your horse and clean the horse shit up, bro. I'm gonna do it in a second. No, you're gonna do it right now. Like, ultimately, this ended, I won't go through the whole, it ended with him cleaning up the horse shit. My problem is, he didn't have the expectation that somebody would hold him accountable as a man. He really thought he was going to be able to go on about his business. He really went for his pistol, and I really told him to shoot me in the face, cowboy. Because it really is confusing the niggas when a nigga stands up like a man.
Yeah, man. That's...
But here's the greater issue. I'm one of 15 niggas. Why didn't 15 niggas tell that nigga something? Men aren't behaving as men anymore, but confrontation in and of itself is what do they call that? Toxicity. Leadership in and of itself at this point is toxic, controlling. They're turning every behavior of a natural traditional man into a very confusing and shameful attribute. So when you sit down and then you come out holding niggas accountable, you did this, you should have did that. Now you the one that's tripping. Now you the one.
Right.
But bro is over there, he's over to himself. He's not doing anything right now. But you know what he already did. So why we not having that conversation?
So when you say they're becoming hoes, you're meaning that they're lacking it's like in a cowardly way? Is that what you're saying?
I don't even want to say in a cowardly way. I don't want to get too much into that because I've already been disrespectful enough to my gender. What I do want to say is there are traditions and virtues that we are no longer honoring as men. That nobody is truly celebrating for men. Those things are being taken away and men are losing their way in every single sense of the word. Men are genuinely confused as to how they should act in certain situations. The things that occur to a man most naturally, he always has to say, turn that off. That's a problem. Nobody has taught the nigga the skills to contextualize these things which he feels. It's not what mama say, your aggression is a problem. The problem is you don't know how to turn it on and turn it off at the right point. And daddy was supposed to teach you that.
Emotional regulation.
Emotional regulation.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The way me and my homegirl was talking about it yesterday, she said a woman is supposed to be a bow for the relationship. A man is supposed to be the arrow. And I agree with her. A woman is supposed to be the bow. A woman is supposed to be the force that propels the relationship ahead. The thing that you have to finely tune to make sure that there's enough force, but it's gentle enough to pierce in the way that it needs to pierce. A man does need to be the arrow. A man needs to be the thing that flies straight with true precision and pierces and conquers and kills. But a man also needs to be the archer that aims and guides. And at this point, when you have to double think everything you do through the lens of the bow, you're not aiming, you're not guiding. And so when men say, oh, I was snitched too. I ain't from the streets. I was snitched too. Why are you proud of that? Why are you proud to be a bitch ass nigga who's unaccountable? What's up with that?
Programming, man. Programming.
And so they heard enough other niggas say it to where, and that's what programming is. They heard enough niggas say it to where they say, okay, I'm gonna say that same thing. They don't even think about it.
This is socially acceptable.
I don't even know if it's just that it's socially acceptable. I don't know that niggas are thinking about the thing that they said. I don't even know that a nigga is considering what it means to be willing to snitch and turn on your brothers when they make that statement that's supposed to make people kiki, like we homegirls. If my nigga said that to me in a joking fashion, he wouldn't be my nigga no more. I would tell too. Okay, well, all right. So,
I wanna talk about Atlanta.
Yeah. So, how does this affect Atlanta?
Well, as you know, Atlanta is in a state of emergency, and I'm calling for the OGs to save the day.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
we need, because we gotta get back, like Thug said, gotta get back to the old days.
They not gonna listen to Stacks.
So we need.
They're not gonna listen to Big Boy.
We need Tip. We need Gucci. We need Jeezy. We need them to get the new generation. We need a round table. We need a round table meeting.
Fuck that nigga. This the round table. What do they need to hear at the round table? Fuck Tip. Fuck the rest of them niggas. You tell them. Because them niggas don't know. Unless you know they know, then you tell them, bro.
So what I'd like to see happen in that is that we get everybody, right?
Okay.
on the same page here. We gotta get
What's
Atlanta,
the page?
we gotta get Atlanta. So like, we gotta get to where we gotta get back to what made Atlanta great in the first place, right? Musically, the unification of the artists, right, and the collaborativeness. That's what made the city what it was. Like, you feel me? So when you have everybody against each other and then doing it publicly, you know, it's just not a great look for the city. So,
but everybody ain't doing it publicly, bro. Like, most of these niggas ain't saying nothing for real. This wasn't public. We gotta keep in mind, none of this was public because we heard the calls. We assumed that, like, we're listening to it like they were having this conversation.
The YFN Lucci thing and the Thug thing, that was public, right? So,
but they have made amends, basically.
I mean, after everybody said that, so I like seeing Baby bring him out at his show. Like, Lil Baby brought out YFN Lucci at his show. That's like Atlanta. Right, 21 saying, "Hey man, the city don't even feel the same no more." If one half of the city turned on an artist, and the other half is divided, right? You know, so
I mean, if you're trying to get back the rap run in Atlanta, bro, that's gone. That's over. They had the longest run ever. It's finished, bro. It is what it is. It's finished.
You know, when you
like, ain't coming back.
I don't know.
It's gonna move.
I don't know. I think
you should know, bro. It's over, bro. You gotta realize, like, empires come to an end.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is, though,
how many more Lil Baby songs can we hear that's the same tempo, the same drum pattern? How many more Gunna songs can we hear?
Okay.
How many more Future? How many more Young Thug? Like, there is no creativity.
You telling me right now, if Baby and Gunna do a drip too hard, whatever, like another project, that won't turn the city up? If they put their differences to the side publicly?
Right now, if them niggas kissed each other on the lips, I wouldn't give a fuck.
No, I'm saying perception.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm saying for the city to win.
No, bro, that wouldn't save the city, no. It wouldn't.
I don't know.
It would make a big splash.
I don't know about that.
But here's the thing: for a city to be a wave, it takes a lot more than that. It takes building. Well, bro, a wave is a wave. It builds. It reaches its peak. You know, becomes a tsunami. Like in Atlanta, it don't always become a tsunami. But in Atlanta, it did. It spun around the whole city. It fucked the whole city up, and then it settled. That's where we're at, bro. Until there's a new sound out of Atlanta isn't going to take the rap game back over. Atlanta can do what every other community has done after its heyday. Maintain, if it can do that. So,
well, that's what I said. Well, to maintain, to follow up,
because
it's gonna require the collaboration that led to the run in the first place.
And so,
not just Thug and Future, like we seen that. It's gonna be
with Future Thug, that whole thing, bro. I promise you. Look, bro, 10 years run is a good run.
For sure.
And so they run is finished. It's done. It's complete. The kids ain't on that, bro. The kids are on. We're gonna have to have this white rapper conversation soon, bro. The kids ain't on that. You gotta go back to Muddy Waters when that evolved into the Rolling Stones. That's where we finna go next. What they do with what we gave them. I promise you, I swear to God, we're gonna talk about this in 20 years. You're gonna say, boy, I think you was right. So the city at this point has to worry about the actual relationships of those men. Like the relationships between Young Thug and Lil Baby. Young Thug and like Future and Gucci Mane, so that those guys can develop some sort of community for themselves to grow older with.
Yeah, because the city is small, you know what I'm saying? So like these issues they'll get addressed, man. I hate to see it, man. It's like,
bruh,
it's really heartbreaking, actually.
That Gucci soft comment, Gucci gonna get over that. Dark acting different. I don't even know if that's a weird comment to make about a nigga. Call Weezy stupid and retarded. I mean, that's nothing. That's childish. His brother ain't solid. I mean, bro, you my brother and you snitched on me. but we still got the same moment. She in my ear all the time. Like these are things that, like most of this stuff that came off them calls, it was irrelevant. It wasn't even notable.
Yeah.
And so, the last thing that was notable, Lil Baby QC.
I was literally just thinking that.
It's look. So break it down.
Yeah, so QC sold for $300 million, right? In a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that, and it was sold to